Hi and hello, we are from Group 9 and these are the members of the group, which is Farid Fauzan, Muhammad Alif, Muhammad Firdaus Ifan, and last but not least, which is me, Muhammad Hafiz, and we would like to present about Mughal architecture. So let's start.
Mughul architecture. Mughul architecture is the type of Indo-Islamic architecture developed by the Mughals in the 16th, 17th and 18th centuries throughout the ever-changing extent of their empire in the Indian subcontinent. Mughal architecture reached its zenith during the reign of Shah Jahan, who constructed Taj Mahal, the Jama Masjid, the Shalimar Gardens of Lahore, the Wazir Khan Mosque, and who renovated the Lahore Fort. The last of the great Mughal architects was Aurangzeb, who built the Badshahi Mosque, Bibi Ka Maqbara, Moti Masjid, and so on.
Mughal famous building by their empire. The first one, Taj Mahal by Shah Jahan, Fatehpur Sikri by Akbar the Great, Humayun's Tomb by Humayun, and the last one, Garden of Babur by Babur.
Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is a mausoleum complex in Agra, Western Uttar Pradesh State, Northern India. It is considered the finest example of Mughal architecture, a blend of Indian, Persian, and Islamic style. The Taj Mahal is also one of the world's most iconic monuments. The Taj Mahal was built as a tomb for Mumtaz Mahal, chosen one of the palace by her husband, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. She died in childbirth in 1631 after having been the emperor of inseparable companions since their marriage in 1612. Taj Mahal Mughal architecture, 3D layout and detailing. As you can see, the image include 3D layout view, plan of Taj Mahal, sectional view, and some main element of Mughal architecture in Taj Mahal. For example, minaret top, lotus decoration, onion dome, dome with column, spandrel, and calligrapher with jasper gemstone. Taj Mahal Mughal architecture and design. The Taj Mahal incorporates and expands on design tradition of earlier Mughal architecture. Specific inspiration comes from successful Timurid and Mughal building. The tomb. The tomb is the central focus of the entire complex of Taj Mahal. The Mughal architectural element of Taj Mahal. The main gateway Darwaza to the Taj Mahal. Darwaza Rawza is one of the components of the Taj Mahal complex. With the mausoleum, the mosque, and the guest pavilion. It is the gateway to the garden which symbolically represent paradise. It is also called the Great Gate. Material. There is not much to say about the material used for the construction of the big door. It was made of clay brick, like all the building of the complex, and like the mosque, it was covered with red sandstone. Interior. The interior of the main door is quite sober compared to the rest. Above all, the building is open to the four winds. It is not a closed building but rather a passage, so the visitor feel more like crossing than entering. Taj Mahal minaret. The minaret of the Taj Mahal are quite discreet. Their role is to support the impression of elevation of the mausoleum while bringing a lightness to all building. The Taj Mahal. The four minarets of the Taj Mahal have an octagonal base and a slender cylindrical body surmounted by an 8-column chhatri. Each of the minaret is divided vertically into 3 parts by 2 balconies that recall the upper gallery. Arabic calligraphy at the tomb entrance. The mausoleum of the Taj Mahal is very largely decorated with flora motif, mostly engraved in marble or pitra dura, a technique of stone marquetry style of writing. These inscriptions are in Arabic, but a bit of special Arabic nowadays. They are made of black marble, are used both to spread a message and to decorate.
Fatehpur Sikri Mughal architecture and design. Fatehpur Sikri itself was found as the capital of Mughal Empire in 1571 by Emperor Akbar, serving this role from 1571 to 1585 when Akbar abandoned it due to a campaign in Punjab. Some of the important buildings in this city. Bulan Darzawa. Bulan Darzawa, or the Door of the Victory, was built in 1602 by the Mughal Emperor Akbar to commemorate his victory over Gujarat. It is the main entrance to the Jama Masjid at Fatehpuri Sikri, which is 43 km from Agra, India. Bulan Darzawa is the highest gateway in the world and is an example of Mughal architecture. The second one is Tomb of Salim. The single-story structure is built around a center square chamber within which is a grave of the saint, under ornate wooden canopy encrusted with mother-of-pearl mosaic. Next, Joda Bai Mahal, the place of residence of Akbar's favorite and chief Rajput wife, Mariam Uz-Zamani, commonly known as Joda Bai, shows Rajput influence and is built around a courtyard, with special care being taken to ensure privacy. It also has a Hindu temple, a Tulsi mat used by his Hindu wife for worship. Next, Naubat Khana. also known as Nakarkana, meaning a drum house, where musicians use drum to announce the arrival of the emperor. Next, Jamak Mosque. It is a Jamak Mosque meaning the congregational mosque and was perhaps one of the first buildings to be constructed in the complex. The interior of Fatehpur Sikri. The structure is combination of traditional post and land system and Buddhist origin arch and rebuilt vault. Next, roof of Fatehpur Sikri. The main arch of gateway with a dome atop lies in the middle of three projecting side and is divided into three tier having small arch in row as also flat bracket. The two triangle surface on of the three side of each of which are bound by the outer curve of the arch.
Humayun's tomb, predating the Taj Mahal by 60 years and occurring in centuries beyond its creation, where a grieving husband built a mausoleum in the memory of his beloved wife. Other monuments in the complex. Humayun's tomb stands within a complex of 27.04 hectares that includes other contemporary 16th century Mughal garden tombs such as Nila Gumbat, Isahan, Bu Halima, Apsarwala, Babur's tomb, or also known as Naika Gumbat, and these are the pictures of the monuments. Mughal architecture elements in Humayun's tomb. The materials. The structure is dressed stone-clad in a red sandstone with white and black inlaid marble borders. Humayun's garden tomb is also called the dormitory of the Mughals. The construction of Humayun's tomb. The tomb of Humayun, second Mughal emperor of India, was built by his widow, Haji Begum, 14 years after his death, at a cost of 1.5 million rupees. Next is the interior. The dome is a double-layered. The outer layer supports the white marble exterior facing, while the inner one defines the cavernous interior volume. The rest of the tomb is clad in red sandstone with white marble ornamentation. A large E1 and a high arch punctuates the center of each facade. And the exterior. The structure is dressed with stone clad in red sandstone with white and black inlaid marble borders, large bulbous dome, and delicate ornamentation. And as you can see, these are the Mughal architecture elements details that can be found at the Humayun's tomb.
Okay, the Garden of Babur. The Garden of Babur is a historic park in Kabul, Afghanistan, and also has the tomb of the first Mughal Emperor Babur. The garden is thought to have been developed around 1528, when Babur gave orders for the construction of an avenue garden in Kabul. It was the tradition of Mughal princes to develop sites for recreation and pleasure during the lifetime and choose one of these as the last resting place. First, Babur's grave. Babur's wish, recorded in his memoirs, was that he be buried in a modest grave open to the sky. This wish was fulfilled circa 1544 when his body was moved from Agra, where he had first been buried, to one of his favorite gardens in Kabul. Okay, this is the picture of reservoir. Next, Shah Jahan Mosque. This white marble mosque was commissioned by Shah Jahan during his visit to Babur's grave in 1645 and marks his military victory in Balkh, for which gold commemorative coins were also struck. The mosque stands on the 13th terrace of the garden below Babur's grave and comprises 3 bays. Next, Queen's Palace. This residential palace was built by Amir Abdurrahman Khan in the southeast corner of Bagi Babur. It was bequeathed to his third wife Bibi Halima after his death and is now known as the Queen's Palace. The main reception room of the palace are accessed from open veranda running around 3 sides of a central courtyard. Okay, next, Central Pavilion. The garden pavilion was built in the late 19th century by Amir Abdurrahman Khan over a Mughal water channel and pool in the center of the garden's central axis. It has a basement with west-facing windows. The first floor, which is enveloped by a wide veranda on all 4 sides, centers on a large reception hall flanked by 2 smaller rooms. Okay, this is the building of Caravanserai.
The influence of Mughal architecture in Malaysia building. The mosque is a place where Muslims gather 5 times a day to perform their prayers. Besides being a place of worship, the mosque has been used as a multifunctional space throughout the history of Islam in the Muslim world. The spread of Islam from Medina in the Arabian Peninsula to various regions raised the demand for a number of places for worship. About Masjid Zahir. First, Masjid Zahir in Al-Ustar is a prominent mosque in Malaysia. Its architecture is a century years old and arguably one of the most beautiful mosques in the world. This study looks at the element of the Zahir mosque architecture that are heavily influenced by Mughal architecture originating in northern India. Masjid Zahir are located in Jalan Kampung Perak, Bandar Al-Ustar, Kedah. Architecturally, most unique feature of the Zahir Mosque is the 5 striking black domes, which represent the 5 pillars of Islam. The main dome previously had a distinct onion shape design with apparent influence of Arabic, Persian, and Mughal India architecture. Physical characteristic. First, opening. Projected veranda with multiple arch. Classical decorative columns. Decorative modeling. Next, column. Classical Doric twin column supporting. Crenellated multiple arch. Thirdly, minaret. Domes, open pavilions, and large theatre. Crenellated parapet, multiple arch, and classical column. Lastly, roof element. Central onion domes, multi-mini domes, dome foyer, entrance, crenellated parapet, decorative verandas, chhatris. Mughal architecture in Masjid Zahir. The Islamic geometrical pattern are of the Moorish and Mughal influence, and not of the Malays. Left, the chhatri design is similar to that of the mimbars. Right, the square plan chhatri is inspired by the Mughal architecture. There are some image examples that you can see here.
Mughal architecture on Kuala Lumpur Railway Station. Kuala Lumpur Railway Station is designed in architecture often described as Indo-Saracenic. The Indo-Saracenic style also features in the Jami' and Ubaidah Mosque and many of other public buildings which the British built during the 19th century in India. The design ideas of Kuala Lumpur Railway Station came from Mughal Neo-Saracen architecture, which features gently curving domes and arches. These are several distinctive architectural elements in the station. Keyhole arches, horseshoe arches, and ogee arches are among the features that identify Mughal architecture. Domes are the most eye-catching characteristic of Mughal architecture, and there are the chhatris that hold the domes. Physical characteristic of Kuala Lumpur Railway Station. The openings. Projected veranda with multifold arches. Classical decorative columns, decorative moldings. And the columns, classical Doric twins columns supporting the crenellated multifold arches. Minaret. Dome, open pavilion and large chatter, crenellated parapet, multifold arches and classical columns. And the roof elements, central onion dome, multi-mini domes, dome foyer or entrance, crenellated parapet, decorative verandas and chhatris. And these are the details of Mughal elements in Kuala Lumpur Railway Station.
The Mughal architectural elements of Masjid Ubudiyah. Masjid Ubudiyah Mosque is one of a kind with its grand bulbous dome, minarets and turrets. It is often regarded as one of the most beautiful mosques in Malaysia and is another legacy of the British colonial architecture in the country. The mosque was influenced by the Indo-Saracenic of Mughal architecture. It is an octagon-shaped mosque and generally was designed symmetrically. A large bulbous dome hovers above the main prayer hall, accompanied by 4 octagonal minarets with chhatri-style balcony. Turrets, mini cupolas and Moorish horseshoe-style arches complete the appearance of a Mughal architectural grandeur. Masjid Ubudiyah characteristic. Entrance arch faces the direction of Qiblat, carved with Islamic pattern influenced by Moorish architecture. Islamic pattern fountain. The Islamic pattern influenced by Moorish architecture to add the serene ambience of Ubudiyah Mosque. For the entrance, characterized by its massive size and valuated gateway, characteristic of Mughal architecture. For the floor plan, it was originally octagon-shaped before amended. The conclusion of Mughal architecture. Mughal Empire was a great era which has given India a very rich and noble history to be marked with golden words. By the end of the 19th century, Mughals saw their decline. There were plenty of reasons for the decline of Mughal Empire. British architects were fascinated with Mughal architecture. The reason was the similarities of arches and dome construction systems over ancient Indian corbel techniques and their aesthetical quality. The orientation towards the Indo-Saracenic style had affected the further development of their colonial architecture, including in the Muslim-populated regions near India like the British Malaya. British colonial architects and engineers deliberately designed this hybrid architecture for many government and religious buildings in Malaya, marking a new architectural style and symbol of the British administration in this region. That's all from us. Thank you.